Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome, my friends, to today's episode of Top Deck, where we are doing the top 1,000 Angels list by XX89, aka the founder, inventor of this list, actually, I believe. So I'm very excited about this here. Appreciate you tuning in for a historic Top Deck. Flip me a like if you enjoyed today's video. On top of that, if you got questions, if you got comments, let me know down below, or feel free to pop over to the Discord server that is in the description, along with the deck list details here and the timestamps, where we will break down the strategy objective of this list. We'll cover your boarding for best of 3. We're going to play that competitive Magic here today in both best of 1 and best of 3, and then we'll do a little bit of a retrospective and talk about where this might sit in the meta, my friends. So very excited about this list. Angels has been very popular. I like some of the changes that we see here post Dungeons and Dragons, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, and some of the bans here. So very excited to I'll close out our historic with the Angels list here. We'll get to the tier list, and then we'll be on our way into Jumpstart, my friends. So again, appreciate you tuning in. Great ways to stay connected down below for a lot of stuff that we have going on in the channel and other ways to support. So thank you as always. Appreciate the patrons and YouTube members very much. So all right, let's go ahead here. Top 1,000 Angels by XX89. I know that they took this close to top 500, but we'll leave it at top 1,000. So here's what we got going on with the Angels list. It revolves really around health, life gain, additionally clerics and angels. And essentially what you're doing is you're trying to get this guy out and pump all your stuff and then keep pumping out these angels. Tons of ways to enable that. Splashing for green with Collected Company here to, again, then go pull everything back out. Now, what I do like about this list that's very nice, Deck and Stone's very helpful against other aggro lists, particularly Elves. And then additionally here, we got Ajani of Strength. This card here will help break any board stalls, so we can essentially slam it, hit 0 if we have 15 more life than our starting life total, exile this guy, Strength of Pride, and each artifact and or creature your opponent's control. So just essentially wiping the board, which is pretty bonkers. So I've used this plenty of times. I like that. We have this here, and additionally we also have Cleric class. So what this is also doing is we can gain more life each time. We would gain 1 life, we get +1 more instead, and then additionally as you gain life we can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature we control, and we have this ability to pull something back in case of a board wipe. So very, very fun. This list moves very quickly, and certainly is a very, very popular one as well in historic, particularly in best of 1. Obviously we have a best of 3 version for us here today, and very, very excited about, like I said, what we have going on here. So that is the strategy objective of this list. It's kind of a mid-range list, but let's go ahead now and move into our boarding for best of 3. So we're gonna break this down 3 ways. We got aggro, mid-range, and late game. Aggro decks are things like mono black, we got mono red, we got goblins we've also done elves and all that fun jam there. So those are some examples of some aggro lists for you here currently in standard. Things that you can use here, again, Deck and Stone's already main boarded. It's a great one. You can add that in. Baffling End helps you too, getting rid of creatures, which can be very, very important. Sometimes Thalia, in case you want that first strike as something else there as well. So not too much that you really need to do, because you're going to hold them up, you're going to gain life, and that's really what you're going to do from that perspective. Then as we move to mid-range, it's going to change up a little bit, because we begin to run into the sacrifice decks, graveyard play, things like John Food. We also have Rakdos Arcanist here, Rakdos Sacrifice, also in this space. Things to keep an eye on are things like our lovely Azorus Auras list, or Orzhov Auras, that kind of bridge the aggro to mid-range. We also have Mono Green Stompy, aggro to mid-range, and Is It Phoenix in the space too. So there you might want to start thinking about things like Rest in Peace. You might want to think about Thalia in terms of making things a little bit harder for them to cast non-creature spells. Elite Spellbinder to slow them down, and then Redain can certainly be one in that space too. Also Baffling End's nice to remove creatures off the board, particularly in some of that graveyard stuff, or trying to hit things like Azor's Auras or creatures off the board as well there. Then last but not least, we move into late game. Late game are going to be decks like the Jeskai control deck that's out there. We got Grixis control in the space. We got Gandalf decks, Azor's control, Dimmer control, a whole host of things to be paying attention to. So biggest piece here is if they're going for board wipes, a good one is Guardian of Faith. That's going to help you dodge around a lot of stuff, so you can keep that one in mind. Additionally, something that works well here, and sorry, Rest in Peace is a big one for that graveyard hate in the mid-range space. Other things that you can bring in, Elite Spellbinder is going to slow him down, Verdane's going to slow him down. All good things. You'll remove things out like Deck and Stone, Cleric Class as well. You can move out Skyclave Apparition, and that's really going to short things up there in that late game. So that's how you can break down between aggro, mid-range, and late. Other things that you can do in terms of boarding up and where you're going to want to look, again, Cleric Class, you can begin to move at the top end here at Ajani or even Skyclave, but Skyclave is going to be really helpful for taking those creatures off the board. So those could be some ideas for you too. So again, breaking it down between more creature and non-creature based like we normally do. All right, so that is the strategy objective list and how to board for best of 3. Let's go play that competitive Magic here today with our top 1,000 Angels by Axe89 to close out our historic piece for this round and hop into our tier list next. So historic ranked, again, we did that John Food list, again, top 1,000 Angels. Let's go ahead and break things down here and go for it today, my friends. All right. And baby and mommy very healthy right now, so thank you everyone for all your support as always. Was able to sneak away to get us some fun. All right, we'll keep this because we have a Deck and Stone, and particularly if it is an aggro list, even though we don't have a 1-drop, I can do this. So there we go for our good old Landlord Elves. So we can make a few decisions, and this is if we gain 5 or more life this turn. Should have actually, I meant to drop this one. That was a mistake on my end. It's all right, because I wanted to go Resplendent Angel, and then next turn do the 2 there. That's all right. Here we go. So we could Deck and Stone, and they're going to get an Investigate, Sacrifice, and draw a card if they want. This goes up equal to the power of what we have here. Deck and Stone hits any creature, which is big. So we could totally wipe all this stuff if we wanted to, but let's do this. But wait. There's their Coco. So now the problem here is, now they're going to get real big. So we should have played, like I said, the 3. They will have lethal here. So 7, they can pop this 6. And we'll have plenty to get through. So we'll block here and here. They'll be just fine. We need to block. So a little bit of misplay on my part there. What we wanted to do was, again, we should have played that turn 3 and then done the other 2, but unfortunately sleep deprivation kicked in there. So let's go to our next one, and we'll keep playing. Real world stuff, my friends. Pablo Rama. Having the 2 Cocos is nice, but we don't have the right land makeup, and we're on the draw. I might actually mulligan this, even though we have this guy too. There we go. That's better. Keep 6. I'm going to dump Bajani. Uh-oh. Late game. So we probably want to go Bishop Wings first. There goes our speaker. Too bad. A good hit for them. So we want to do this. And we'll do this. That will give us our 5. So next turn, we go Resplendent Angel. The big thing here that we're going to have to watch out for is board wipes. That's going to be the tricky piece against this one. Now they may be able to kick something back. There it is. Try again. So most likely they might have... Oh, no, could have swung in with everything. Was thinking they had exile when you attack in, but they didn't. Not that 2 more damage would have made a difference, except maybe it would have been lethal. We'll find out once we drop our Righteous Valkyrie. So Righteous will give everything here what we need it to. So let's try it. There we go. Boom, much better. Much better. That makes up for our first one. All right, back in it, right on the cusp of Mythic, my friends. In the hunt, in the hunt. All right, third and final best of 1 here. All right, we can keep this. Like what we have. And we'll keep moving here. Goblins. Now we can certainly attack in. We'll see if they block. right. That is okay. That is okay. Alright, well, that can stone this guy. Just need to get to 4. A lot of stuff we can do at 4 here. There we go. Not enough yet, I don't think. Oh, horrible, horrible whiff. That is so bad. We want to take this guy off. I think it's this. We could have done Bishop Wings and then played that, and then we would have got the trigger. But we'll have to see. Karenko's going to be a problem. Take a lot of damage here. Let's do this. There we go. Now, what's that give me? That does not give me enough yet. No attacks. Wow, we can attack it. Let's do this. There we go. Now we're in a good spot. So we can slam a Johnny next. Let's be real close here. Now they have Embreth too. Oh. Now they're good. Now they have lethal. 33. We can't block that. Not enough there either. Nine blocks. There we go. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Not our day in best of one with Angels. It's too bad. Too bad. All right. We're going to move on to our best of three portion of today's video, my friends. And we'll go from there. Traditional historic ranked. There's our Jun Foon list. Again, top 1000 Angels by Axe. Not holding up in best of one. It was close though. The first one, it really depends. We could have been close on that, but that's how it goes. Empty slap. We will play first. We will keep this. So we got a couple of different things we can do here. We'll start with our Soul Warden, and then we'll go to the Bishop. Then we can figure out kind of what we want to play. I like Cleric class in here too. Right, good amount of red. All right, we got Righteous Valkyrie next. No blocks. We can do this. So we'll get 5. That's gonna be much better. So now we can play Righteous Valkyrie next turn, and we'll be able to close it out, most likely. Gruul aggro. $6.11. Golden. Boom. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it against Empty Slap there. Let's see. What do we want to play? So Deck and Stone's nice here. Baffling End is still nice. Thalia isn't bad. For First Strike, we can definitely do that. Can leave our Ajani. Let's get Cleric class out of there. I'm gonna go with one less. I'm gonna add in the 2 Thalias. Redain can be nice. All this mostly hits everything that we need though, so we'll go with that because it's mostly creature based. We could play the 3/1 flyer that slows them down on on their Cocos. We're just gonna have to. This is a good list for us to play against Gruul aggro here. So, all right. Empty slap. All right, we can stick with this. So we got Soul Warden and Righteous. We're not best on curve, but I'll play with it there. A great way to support the channel, my friends. Swag gear, all that stuff, merch, whatever you want to call it, available to you. All right. Go there. We can live with that. Land destruction. That's fine. It's the land destruction Gruul deck, my friends. All right. If they do that again, though, we'll be in a good spot because all we got to do is drop Resplendent Angel. And we happen to have enough to recover from here. Boom. Let's see what their Coco brings. A bit. Boom. Nice and awesome. Best of 3 here today, my friends. Right on the cusp of Mythic. So worked great for us in best of 3. So let's talk about this now. And do a little bit of retrospective on today's deck. So again, this is a top 1,000, kind of top 500 again by XX. I know they hit #1 with this, I think in July too, or a version very, very similar. It's an amazing deck. It's still really good in the meta. Best of 1, we did go 1 and 2. Best of 3, we went 2-0, crushed it against a Gruul landfall destruction deck. Just certainly clobbered it. So where's this in best 1? I think this is borderline, probably tier 1. So you know, tier 1, top tier 2 for best 1. Even though we didn't perform as well, this is really a nice best of 1 deck. And then in best of 3, it's more so you're going to run into Coco or traditional Selesnya company, not necessarily Angels. This is still a very strong deck in that space. Right now in the meta, it's probably close to, I would say probably tier 2, top of tier 2 kind of a thing for where it is in best of 3. So it used to be played a lot more. It's not as played as much, but you know, obviously as we saw here, it just absolutely crushed. It's still an amazing deck. So with that, Planeswalkers, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you got questions, if you got comments, let me know down below. Feel free to hop on the Discord server that's in the description and details for you, along with the deck list readily available and great ways to stay connected and support the channel. So thank you as always. Stay tuned because we got a lot more stuff coming your way. Standard top decks, more historic top decks. We're going to be moving into the jumpstart stuff here soon. Additionally, we have Jank and Standard 2022. We do Friday Night Meta, which you can check out, and our tier list, and historic is coming your way soon. So stay safe, Planeswalkers. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out.